Alright everyone, it's another Tier 5 game, Erlenborg Encounter. I'm in my T49. And well, it's technically a Tier 5, but looking at it, it's actually primarily a Tier 4 game. There's 7 Tier 4s in each team with a smattering of 4 Tier 4s and 4 Tier 3s in each team.
Time to roll out.
So this is actually a match where a Tier 5 like my T49 can be really, really terrifying. So first, here, I'm going to head eastward. This used to be the default direction for the T49 because you come up here and hang out in this lovely concealing hill up here. But now the hill's lost most of it's not only gotten shorter, but it's lost most of its good concealing bushes. But there's still some nice ones that are T49 size I can just run up here and snuggle into and wait to see how the game develops. The encounter can get very, very unpredictable. Now, if you look at the mini-map, you'll see that there's 2 M4 Shermans coming to back me up. But the majority of the team has decided to go straight for the cap circle, leaving a Valentine ET and an M8A1 to try and hold down the eastern flank all by them. They're lonesome. So I decided I'm just going to sort of chill here and just sort of see what happens. One M4 is setting up defensively with me. One is actually moving forward to engage. So we've got 3 Tier 4s over here. Our team has moved onto the cap. The enemy team has gotten there just behind them, and you can see there's a pretty big fight starting down there. I move up here because the M4's not made contact yet and start looking to see if I can get a shot at the target. But there's just not very many good ones. Yeah, there was a very brief shot in the T28 there, but very difficult shot. Alright, a Panzer III has popped up in front of that M4, so I decided to back off and see if I can get a shot at it. There's also a Chi-Ha in front of him. But the Panzer III is well hidden. And the Chi-Ha seems to be giving the M4. The M4 seems to have some difficulties getting hits on the Chi-Ha. And I decided that, alright, I'll try and move forward and see if I can engage somehow. I'm going to make a little bit of a mistake right here, because I come up here to get the shot on the Chi-Ha and actually crest this ridge while in sniper mode, not realizing that I've now exposed myself to all the enemy tanks fighting down around the encounter area. And there he is. Ah, just missed him. Spotted. Taking a shot, thinking I'm okay. Nope, I'm not. I'm on the wrong side of the ridge at this point. Yeah. A couple people take shots at me, but I'm able to duck away before I'm taken out. So I've taken out that Chi-Ha. There's now a Chi-He back there. That M4 is gone down there to deal with him directly. And I decided that there's no point just hanging out up here. It looks like the team is getting stomped on in the center, so I roll forward to try and help take out this Chi-He. I have been spotted, but this time around I'm pretty sure I've got the castle to help me defend myself, or to help keep me from fire, so I'm able to line up on this Chi-He. His gun's looking completely the wrong way. And he's taken out. Alright, so actually basically the battle's looking fairly close at the moment, being 7-9. But I can see that the majority of my team is kind of spread all across the map now, whereas theirs appears to be mostly concentrated in the center. So I decided to start moving forward. I'm actually going into T49 commando mode. I'm hoping to find the enemy artillery and take him out and play. So since he's got 2 kills, that means there's a good chance he's a decent artillery player. But I'll cheerfully take shots at anything else that pops up in here. One of the M4s just takes out the South 40. And Valentine T, unfortunately, is on the wrong side of the building, so after evaluating my options, I decided I really need to start advancing. Now, the battle's actually almost, it's almost 4 minutes old. I've only done 234 damage. I've done not even the full equivalent to maybe the equivalent to a Tier 3 tank's worth of damage. So I really need to get in there and start pulling my weight again. I come up to here and take another look. Pardon. I can't see anyone in the middle though, so I decide, alright, I'm going to try and work my way to what appears to be their side here. Either to find the artillery or hopefully to change my angle of attack on the cap circle in the middle. Churchill tank has proven to be outside of the cap circle. He's not my problem right now. Someone else is going to have to deal with him. I come up here looking for a shot on something in the cap circle. Whoop, instead of finding them, I find the enemy artillery. Start really putting fire on him. It gets me spotted again. They now know I'm over here, so I once again back away because I'm vulnerable to attacks from the cap circle. Luckily, none of them seem to have a line on me because no one shoots at me. I turn and start scooting up the east side ridge line, keeping the artillery in sight. But I'm not going to shoot at him right now. I don't want to expose myself. Yeah, he's using good use of the cover anyways. All right. Well, not to worry about him. I see both M4s have moved into the cap circle and are looking to take out the AMX-40, who appears to be the only major target in there. I don't have shots on him, so I decided to try and get this M4. He's just out of my view range right now, so I back up a little bit to get him into line of fire, and of course he moves forward and gets himself back out of trouble. Alright, I keep moving on the ridge line here. I spot the artillery again. It's starting to look like I might need to take him out quickly since ours is out of play. That's one gun out of play. And then I turn and realize, hey, I've got a perfect lineup on this Sherman's rear, so I start putting rounds into him. Alright, feeling better now. Got 722 damage done now, so definitely starting to pull my weight like a proper Tier 5 tank destroyer. Fortunately, I'm down to only a single M4 in assistance. Take a bad shot at the Wolverine, then spot this Churchill, and start trying to damage him from here. After a couple of bounces by the armor-piercing rounds, I decided that at this range I need to fire armor-piercing to increase my odds of getting a penetrating hit on the Churchill. Fortunately, that blind shot goes in and he goes down, but in the process, I lose the M4 to the Wolverine. It's now just me, my T49 versus the Wolverine, and a DW2. So I reload with armor piercing, because that should do the job against these guys, and start to circle the cap zone. What I'm actually doing here is twofold. One, I'm looking towards their cap circle, seeing if I can spot any shots, but two, I'm also moving away from the last area where they know I was probably in contact, because one of them is likely to come hunting me. Yeah, I see that one of them keeps popping on and off of the cap circle. He's feeling restless, so one of them wants to hunt me down and take me out. So I come out over here to get a look at the cap circle at what I hope is a reasonably safe distance. I don't see any sign of them, so I start moving this way. Getting a little worried about my capping time. I mean, there's only one of them on there now, but oh, now there's two again. So about a minute and a half to go. So I need to move quickly, but I can't cross the water here. I gotta head up to the bridge to get across. One of my teammates is there like, you're not near the cap. Well, yes, I know I'm not near the cap. I'm trying to get him from a distance. Once again, back down to, yeah, one capper just keeps popping on and off. And now it's just solidly down to one. I've got a minute and a quarter to find and shoot whoever's staying on the cap. Whoa, hang on. There it is. The DW2 is sitting on the cap. I line up a careful shot and get the reset. Try and get a second shot into him, but it misses. And then he hides behind a building. I immediately start moving again because I've now just announced the fact that I'm no longer east of the cap, that I'm now north of it. And I need to try and reduce my number of potential opponents as much as possible. Relying really heavily here on the innate camouflage and the elevated view range of my T49. There he is, hiding right behind the building he was behind at a nice safe distance. So I can just open fire immediately. There's the Wolverine. He was the one hunting me. He's coming back from trying to find me just in the nick of time to see his buddy taken out. I stop here to try and think about texting something ominous, but then say, no, let's not do that. So now I continue the exact same tactic. I don't know why that Wolverine thinks it's going to work better for him than it did for the DW2. But he's just decided to try and cap out as well. Had he stayed with the DW2 in the first place, they might have been able to engage. Well, I wouldn't have given him a real chance to engage me together, but he might have stood a chance of doing so. But now it's just him. But I'm still worried because I suspect that he's got the 105mm cannon. So I pop out here really carefully, taking a look. When it doesn't pop up, I move towards the bridge. Turn here to cross the bridge, and suddenly, bip, bip, right there at the base of the bridge, apparently, I can see him. So I back up to where I have a good line of fire on him. If we're close enough, I decide to wait until my camo comes on before I open fire, just to make sure. Put a couple of good shots into him. Just miss him. Or actually, I don't miss him. I bounce on with a third shot as he backs away looking for better cover. My sixth sense does not come on, so he definitely did not see me there. So now he just knows that I'm somewhere south of him. And he's backed away trying to find better cover again. Aha! Pull out here. I spot him again. This time don't wait for the camo net, but it doesn't really matter. He's far enough away. He goes invisible. I take a couple shots. Oh, I miss him. He pops back up. I take another shot. Nope, doesn't quite get him either. He's down to 14 health. I decide to reload with armor-piercing composite rigid to make absolutely sure my last shot goes. At first, I'm just thinking about just barging in through the front door. But then I go, wait a second. If he's got the howitzer, that could end really poorly. I only have 300 health, which sounds like a lot. But the howitzer can actually one-shot me. So I decide I'm going to try coming around behind him. And right about now, what really is going through my head, and I kind of wish I could figure out a way to like have it laid over the background here, but this is the Jaws theme. I'm actually dump 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 dump. Da da da! There he is, and yep, he's looking the wrong way, and that takes him out of play. So there you go. T49 abusing its camo rating to finish off the last couple enemy tanks on the team after an otherwise very mediocre game. Good game and good night.